Hello, my name is Safari Agaba. I'm an engineer, 10-year engineer in North America, Canada, USA, and I'm a professor. I'm also one of the founders and CEOs of Saftec Canada College, which is online college. We do have students all over the world, like Africa, Asia, North America, everywhere. So we do have classes going on about AI, cloud computing, like AI for business, cloud computing, validation, cybersecurity, project management, and IT project management. We put those skills together because those are the skills required on the markets today. When you go, especially people in North America and Canada and USA, most of the people don't have jobs. And the reason why they don't have jobs, it's not because jobs are not there. Jobs are there, but unfortunately, people don't have the skills to get into those jobs.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning. Those that are just waking up. Yeah, for us, it's already coming close to 4:30 p.m. Yeah. So, how are you doing, Hussein?
Everything is okay.
Okay. So, I told you yesterday that we are going to be deploying a website that is on Amazon S3. So, what do you understand by? Have you heard of something called bucket?
A bucket.
In Amazon S3, we are using buckets. It's called Amazon S3, but obviously the way you see a bucket is that a bucket is, so when you hear obviously a bucket is somewhere where you can store something, yeah? You
Yeah,
put
like a container.
clothes, like a container. Yeah, that's the right one. So we are going to try to deploy a static website. What do you understand by a term, maybe static website?
Static website. I think I would say it's just a website we use like to store your information on. Like it doesn't necessarily like have to be always changing. Like where people can access your information on the website.
Yeah, so a static website, I think it's a website made of like fixed content. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
For example, if it's like a school, there is always that official welcoming page. Yeah, that is the static website. So
Yeah,
there are very many things that we can store. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we can either have obviously static websites are either built in, you can either use an HTML code, you can use JavaScript, images, all that. So we can store all that in an Amazon S3 bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we are going to mainly be doing today. So maybe
Before
something about, yes?
before we jump to that, what's like the other type of website? As you said, a static website. What would be the other type of website?
So if it's not static, then that means the website is dynamic.
Yeah, like how is it different from a static website?
So let me say for dynamic websites, these websites display, let me say, they display content that, let me say, its content varies according to the user.
Okay.
You get,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example, I'm trying to look for a perfect example. Let me see. Obviously now, let's say you've logged in. Maybe for example, it's a company, and then you've
Yeah.
logged in. So obviously the homepage that is going to show is going to be a homepage that has your credentials, maybe your name, your personal dashboard. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a dynamic website. When we talk about maybe an online banking platform, it's going to show. It does not show, obviously. Your balance is different from another user's balance. So it's
Yeah,
going
sure,
to
yeah.
show. Yeah. So it's the
Yeah.
same with Facebook. Your account is going to be a dynamic what? A dynamic website. You don't have the same you don't have the same FYP. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
People
yeah,
have
I
this
get it.
different FYPs. Same for
Yeah, yeah.
TikTok, Amazon, anything. Yeah? But
Yeah.
however, when we talk about these static websites, maybe it's let me say a business info page. For example, right now, the same page you're going to see about Safety Canada College. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same website you're going to, it's the same homepage you're going to see for Safety Canada
Yeah.
College everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just the same thing. So that's how
Get
it is. So different users, then the other websites, maybe we have the those websites like e-commerce websites. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we have obviously the other normal websites according to what they are doing. So, but mainly we have static and then dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously now for dynamic, most of them you find they are the ones that use languages like Python. But here you're going to see there's an HTML file. Have you seen an HTML file being? Let me give you an example. Hope you can see my screen, yeah? So now I think this is, but then I'm going to show you something that an HTML file, specifically that is an HTML. You look at me onto our programs. So when you come here in programs, I think this is an HTML file. You see, even if you click, there is nothing that changes. Yeah, it's an image.
Yeah.
Now this is an HTML, but also this is also an HTML. All these are just, I don't know, it's there in the file that once a person clicks, it moves, but it's constant. It's the same thing that it will show you. Yeah, most of them. So this is what happens. Yeah. So all these. Now this is, if we are to try and let me see if we can get access. So obviously, I'm going to go to that programs page. Means when I reach this and then I try to edit, you see, it has its custom code. I see. It's an HTML file. And as soon as I delete anything, even if it's the word bold here, you'll find on this image it's going to go off. So this whole is just an HTML code. Actually, if I did copy this same code and then maybe post it somewhere, you're going to find it. Also this is an static. Does not change no matter the device. We are all going to see the same thing. I think the transitions are also put. So now this is a custom HTML code. Same with this. So this is how it gives you a static page. Actually looks like a normal page, but it's static. So that is it. So that each person gets the same. I think these are typed. Does not have any, this is not static. If it's a static page, you would see. So mainly an S3 bucket is like, let me say, a storage. It's a simple storage. So obviously the static pages I was showing you how they are built. Most of them are made, that is the HTML. We're looking at HTML, then we can have those that are made of the CSS. It's the design, the layouts, and the colors. Then we talk about the JavaScript. That's the simple interactivity where you saw I was trying to click and then it's like, And then here there is no back-end code, nothing. We don't use PHP, no databases. It's just there, just for the users to see. Yeah. So
Yeah.
examples of such sites, we can maybe talk about school or student projects, small business learning pages, documentation pages, event or wedding websites. Yeah. So obviously you're going to ask why, maybe something we should know. Why do people go for static websites? Because they are fast to load, cheap, ISO, more secure, just fewer security risks, nothing. So efficient they are. Obviously the key features, you saw last time we were using the buckets to store files. That was for storing files for your Kerental, for your chatbot. Yeah. So it's the same thing. This time we are going to try and upload there maybe an HTML file and then we see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is S3 important? I think we all know why it's important. Because we know cloud services support a lot of things. Maybe it's data for an app, maybe like a website, and then you find there are some very heavy landing pages, and then you just have to maybe the application data storage, maybe the backup and data and recovery, big data, AI workloads, all that. So we're going to talk about the step-by-step guide to hosting websites with cloud storage. So we need a brief introduction. So previously, we are going to talk about an overview of Amazon S3 for static websites. Amazon S3 hosts static websites using files like HTML, CSS, JavaScript without server-side processing. One of the advantages is its reliability. Amazon S3 obviously it offers high availability and 99% of the data durability throughout global infrastructure. Then cost effectiveness, the pricing is economical. Users pay only for the storage bandwidth, making it simple and affordable. Ideal use cases for personal portfolios, company landing pages, school assignments, web apps. We shall talk about obviously the benefits, the advantages of using S3 for static websites. First thing is fast and easy setup. Amazon S3 allows quick website deployment and simple uploading without server configuration. Availability and durability. S3 stores data redundantly across multiple facilities, ensuring durability, minimal data loss, and risk. Yeah. So users don't pay based, then cost-effective users pay based on storage and bandwidth, making S3 affordable for students, educators, and small businesses. So hosting a website on S3 offers several compelling benefits, and all those. Yes, so now the process, that's what we are going to go through. We're going to go through the steps to host a static website on S3. I think, first of all, we are going to create an S3 bucket. Yeah. Yes, we are going to name it to a matched desired domain for hosting our website files. So we shall upload it. We shall upload the files. After uploading the files, then we enable static hosting. This enables the static website hosting feature in the bucket settings to serve content over HTTP. So once we are done with that, then we shall configure permissions, policies, websites publicly accessible to visitors. So at the end of this, we must have acquired these skills. Yes, must know how to create buckets. That's for S3. We know how to upload web files, enabling static website hosting, and then setting permissions and testing. That is by the end of this session. So what we expect? What I expect, the upload should be confirmed, public website URL submission. Students need to submit public URL for their S3 hosted static websites, confirming hosting is enabled and accessible, and deployment of process notes. So that includes brief notes dealing the deployment steps, followed by helping. So we evaluate how things have gone. Yeah. So we are going to do this more practically. I don't know if you want I first do it or you want to start, because it's usually better. I don't know what you prefer. Can I just be guiding you as you go through it? I feel like it's usually better that way.
No, today I think it would be nice if you do it because it would go much easier.
Okay. You can see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but now the issue is going to be, remember we created the EC2 with your account. Understand? But anyway, let me take you through the process of hosting. Then you'll also redo the process and then you host it. Let me call it is this. So I've chosen that as the name. Yeah. So yeah, we'll do like this. I'll block all public access. So I'm already inside my bucket. You can see how many buckets I have here. I'll delete this. Let me first delete. Remember, if you leave unattended to buckets, it reduces your credit points. I've deleted this. Okay. So I'll go into my bucket. So I'm going to upload I've already got some index HTML file. Let me look here for the HTML file. Add the file somewhere. Read. So the file is there. I've added it, you can see. That's text is in HTML format. Yeah. So once then I'll upload. Okay, it's finished uploading. This option is not there because let me first include some permissions here. I'm trying to let me first edit here some permissions. So usually in this whole process, these permissions can be assigned from the other side, but then I'm not in my root user. So I'm trying like there is something I missed out when we were working on this. Let me try to see if I can open it in a new tab here. So here, like during the permissions, we are supposed to turn off. Yeah? We're not supposed to block. Because once you block, then you're not going to. It's something I forgot. So usually it has very, very many. You'll be realizing at each step you have to confirm. So then here it should be able. This is like to what I'm trying to do here is to like allow, yeah. I'm attaching a policy, yeah. Give it permission to do whatever I want it to do. See, so now that's a new policy. So I booked public access now. So now we shall go to, shall go to the properties tab. So here in the properties tab, there is the part that usually has static website here. So here we shall click on the edit since we are hosting, and we shall enable. Obviously, once we enable host static website with the bucket endpoint, text file class dot text file as index file class dot HTML. We shall leave the error.html. Okay. So now this is, I think this is like the website endpoint. When you configure a bucket at the website, like it generates for you, like a section, like a URL code. Now this URL code is for the what? So this is the URL code that is going to link our this is what is going to link the website. I'm going to copy this HTML. So I'll copy it and then save it. Let me find here in Notepad. I'm going to come here in my bucket. Try to upload it. It's here, the file. It's the one I've gotten from our site. Okay. So it has been uploaded successfully. So you remember our steps. I'll come back here. Let me try to find our file. Index. Trying to pull this one. I'm at permissions. Shall try to find our site. So you're seeing it? You can see it? Let's see if you come back to our website. Are you there, Hussein?
Yeah,
Yeah, so if we are to go back to our website, I was looking for a perfect HTML file to use. So here I just tapped into the link. This is not, I think, my static website. You can see the URL. It's from the bucket. Yeah. So
Yeah.
now we are going to do this, but now this same static website, the way you're seeing this page. So we would want to like upload it maybe on a virtual machine. Yeah, and we host it from there. There you're seeing, yeah, it's hosted. Now this inside, it's inside my bucket. So it's the same thing that for a person who would come maybe to the Softec Canada website. When it comes to programs, it's going to see the same page. I think there is no difference. I just copied its HTML code. Same thing. I think the reactions.
Yeah.
Same thing. Anywhere you tap this, yeah, it will take me to the email or not. But it will give you the same things, even here. The same reactions. These are all just in the HTML code that you put in transitions, where it will move here the number, it will show reactions, same thing. So now that we are now going to go to the next step. Times on the permissions part, you will have to use maybe Copilot to guide you, yeah, especially in generating the policies. Like there where we had to use a policy. Now for me, I already had a policy that was, but in case you've not assigned policies and maybe you're not in like the root account, you can always assign policies. And so we have successfully deployed a website that is into the bucket, yeah, because that's what I wanted us to look at. So the next time we shall be seeing how we can send this website into maybe a virtual machine, yeah. So I don't know if you can you try it out, or you'll try it out at your own pace?
No, maybe I could try it out to this point we've reached,
Okay.
and maybe I'll figure out the rest later.
Right, because yeah, the website is already deployed. The only part that right now is remaining is maybe connecting it to a virtual machine where we want it. But right now, it's already deployed. That's already deployed into the S3 bucket, as you can see here. So now, since this is a static website, we cannot send it to the virtual machine since we use the static website. Because with a static website, you can host it into the bucket. Because remember, with the static website, as we started, we said that it does not change. Like a person gets the same. Actually, let me try to share it here in our chat group at URL. you must also be accessing it. I think you should also click. You click in the chat. I think you can click, and also Bernard can click. And if it's both accessible on both sides, that means that is, you will see that you all have the same static website. So we cannot connect it because this does not need a server. But if it was maybe a dynamic website that involves use of a server, then there we would require to use it. So in case you reach it, and then you can click it and then maybe share the page.
When I click on this link you just sent, it leads to that specific page.
Yeah. And so you can share.
Yeah. Hope you can see it. You see, when I click on the link, it leads to that specific page.
Yeah. So now it gives you, it's the same. I think if even Bernard clicks into it, he will also be getting the same thing. So this is the static web page. And we're saying that how we apply these static web pages, we're saying that we apply them in case, let me say, if this is like, in case we are making like web content, it's an easier way of, other than using, it's an easier way, it's simple and cost effective way of like publishing content other than managing servers, because you're going to find that all the clients have the same thing. So, and if you're seeing the same page, let's say we are talking about Software Canada, you're seeing the same page, Bernard is supposed to see the same page. So other than us having multiple servers showing the same page, we cannot use that. So we shall just decide to use, we can just decide to host it. That is on a static website, like on Amazon S3. Once we have hosted it there, then other than us setting up maybe a traditional web server where we have some files stored somewhere, and then, we just store it in the S3 bucket, we put in the file, the HTML, you can add multiple pages, because now we have used only one page, but we could add multiple pages of the same thing. So when a person is using it, let me say maybe how we can apply it. Now let me say personal portfolio, because your personal portfolio, for example, if we are going to talk about Hussein, maybe this, or let me say Sam Altman, his portfolio, it's going to be the same. CEO, ChatOpenAI, this. That's going to be, it's the same portfolio, so that when you don't need to have a dynamic page, if it's a company, if it's dealing in construction, it's going to have the same page, just adding pictures and everything. So it will be the same. It's the same thing for those courses. It's the same thing. So we have the page. It's the same page. So we don't need to like have dynamic websites about the same thing. So that is mainly it. That's why we use this to deploy. Those are the scenarios where you can apply it. If it's maybe documentation, tech teams, maybe you're trying to like create as many documentations, but as static pages, still it's the same thing. And this also helps, like, let me say, if you want to deploy a front end page for a client or for a demo, you could design the page and then just share them the same link that we have shared it, and then everything is done as soon as possible. So maybe next time we shall go further into the EC2. But before we go, I'll see you. I think let's first look at the servers. We also look at Lambda. I want us to first tackle most of the things, their intro, because to give you the idea, so that when it's time to apply, you've at least utilized most of them. Yeah. Maybe we shall also look at setting up a VPC subnet that is inside the AWS hands-on lab skills. So once we do that, then I think in the next session you'll go through this, and then in the next session we shall start from this. You'll start by hosting your personal HTML, your personal index HTML. Yeah, you'll go, you can, let me say, you can create, I think you can put a prompt, maybe in Copilot, ChatOpenAI, and then tell me, make for me an index HTML about this. Then it will give you a downloadable file. And then once it gives you a downloadable file, you make sure so that Next time you share it, I see it's lively, then we can maybe start the next session. Maybe we can dive into something to do with Lambda, or we can go further into EC2, or we can go further. I think let's also look at Lambda. Then I want us to first look at most of the partitions. Then later we shall get a project and we do a project that combines like 4 or 5 AWS tools. Yes. Whereby if it's maybe if we something like that, we can apply Amazon Poly at the same time we are applying the chatbots, the Amazon Lex, and then at the same time we are using Lambda. We invoke Lambda in so that we see we can connect, and then maybe up to the part where we get a domain, and then we had host it maybe on a server, and then we have already created an index HTML so that we do one project, but when we are applying all the skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Before we go, do you still see my screen?
Yeah, I see a screen.
I was trying to also go through the step as we were going on.
Yeah.
And on the part where we were supposed to add in the policies,
Yeah.
the object ownership, as we were going, the default one was to disable this access control list, where the access to this bucket and its objects is specified using only policies. I had an idea, and I think I wanted to see if you had like any consultation on it. Like, if we enabled the access control list, the access to the bucket and its object can also be specified using ACLs without only using the policies. What would you think about that?
I think both can work.
Yeah.
Yeah, both can work. Both have no problem.
Yeah, because last time when we were, so I do not block all the public access.
So you'll block the public access.
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
You've turned it off. You have to like turn it off.
Yeah. I'll keep on going.
You acknowledge, then you acknowledge.
Yeah.
You can leave it disabled.
Yeah.
Then we enable. Let's just upload it. So you come here and you create the bucket. So you'll click onto your buckets. You click to open it. So you can open your Copilot. Just open your Copilot or ChatGPT, whatever you prefer. I don't know what you love using.
Anything I can use. It's okay.
Use ChatGPT. There is times. So you're going to make a prompt. Let's say create an index page, an index HTML file for my current or company, something like that.
Okay.
So we are going to upload it. We're already into our bucket. You can first refresh it. Okay. I think we went to properties. You want to, so shall scroll down. Look for static website. I'll edit. I'll enable. So here you're going to put the name of the document. You try to copy it exactly as is. You copy it from the other side of the downloads. It will be much easier. Okay, you can copy it from here. Okay. Properties. And then just put an error HTML in case it brings an error. So shall save. It should be able to give us a URL. It's down there. You've seen it? And you can do the same thing. Maybe you'll try to use Copilot and then maybe it's really a little bit more accurate, or Cloud. It's also very, very good. You can tell them to generate for you, maybe. You can just tell them to generate for me a simple index HTML. Okay, that's good. So you're going to come here.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the arrows, where the arrows are? Just near the image, before the image, up. Is where there are arrows. Like where there are, are you seeing where there are those things like, are you seeing where there is the image on the start at the top page? Now there is that other arrow down. So you're going to go to the code. So you'll copy the code. Okay, you're finished. Then you're going to open your notebook. You make a new window. Okay, you can put it there. Go to file. We shall go to save as. So you're going to put index.html. So you change the save type. Change the save type. Save as type. Change it to all files. Now you can save. Hope you'll be able to find it in that folder. So let's upload that one. It should give us the other Outlook that we're seeing. Let's upload. No, you don't click there. Go back. We're uploading another one. So you click up here. Yeah. Yes, it's that first one. So same process, we just go the other side. Let's put index.html. The way it is there, some way it was saved. We're going to go to permissions. But I think you save. Usually has no problem. You go back to properties. Yeah. So now that's, so you can just go and then tell it, make the page more lively, make the page more this. Then usually you have you done some little bit of coding with AI?
No.
So it's the same thing. You just add more prompts. You tell it to do for me this, make this like this, then it will add and can generate for you actually a full HTML code on system.
Yeah. I'll keep on trying it.
Okay. All right, I guess. Is it until next weekend?
I'll be there.
Yeah, so the next weekend we might push a little bit further.
Yeah.
Yeah, into the more complicated things. So you try to like make more research about Lambda and everything.
Yeah.
I'll be sending you, I think, something throughout the midweek so that we try out. You try out in your free time.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay. We meet till next weekend. Okay.
Yeah.